What's going on, guys? Lou Dude back here again. Well, I had today, well, take that back, yesterday and today to finally install the new suspension, and just gonna start off by saying, if you're looking for these kind of coilovers to slam your ride, go a different direction. These are not meant to make a Miata slammed. So, just to clarify that. So don't get max speed rods suspension if you're looking to slam one of these. Not gonna happen. So, anyway, had a chance to put the suspension on the Miata and get it looking level instead of looking like it's nose deep in the front, as you saw in my previous videos. So, had a hell of a time with the front because of the what is it? Excuse my language. The arm where the big bolt goes through. I can't think of it. It's like right there at the top of my head. But that on the front of these were like completely seized. So I had to go through my whole tool set just to find something that would break it loose. I don't have a breaker bar or anything close to that, so I improvised and got a bit clever. So finally got this side busted loose, and that took me most of the day into the night to get that that knuckle off. It's like the wishbone arm thing. Anyway, the long bolt goes through it. You people know what I'm talking about. But finally got that off. And then got it all lubed up with some WD-40, all the bolts, so this doesn't happen again if I decide to swap back to the original suspension. But yeah, this side, this is the passenger side, and then driver's side were pains in the asses. The rears took like, what, 5 minutes for each? So those weren't too bad. But yeah, I had a hell of a time with these fronts. So, but that won't be happening again. So, but I finally got it lowered. Well, did a lot of measurements to get the car the way I like it. And like I said, I'm not trying to get this slammed. I'm trying to even out the car and then get a nice ride to it at the same time. So I adjusted the coils, and those are all adjusted to my liking. And I adjusted the height with this, sorry, that's all to my liking. So it's about a three finger gap. Yeah, about 3 fingers. That goes for the fronts and the backs. So I think it's, yeah, and then it's definitely shoe approved, so just perfect. So shove that bad boy in there. So yeah, but yeah, not too bad. So it sits a lot more even instead of, like I said, it was going like this in my videos, you could tell. So the fronts were definitely shot, so I know that. So, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to slam this, which wasn't my purpose. It was just to level out the car to make it look a lot better. So, but yeah. You can't really tell, but it is a lot more even throughout the body. So, it's not nose deep. So, but the front, I had it set to, I measured it from the top of the rim to the fender, from here to here, and that was, I think, around 5. So, and it's gonna take 4 weeks for these to settle, so I had set a reminder on my phone to check them again. But yeah, it was sitting about around, let's say 5, and now I have it sitting at about, let's see, about 5.5, and it's like that all the way around there. So that's a comfortable sitting spot. So, but yeah, because at first it was too low, because I had it set at 5 in the front, and then I took it outside, and my driveway out of my garage dips, so it goes like this and then like that. So I had Miss JDM, Miss Attitude JDM, help me. So what she did is she watched as I backed up to see how much this front lip was gonna touch to my garage floor as I was coming out. She said that I had about, I'm gonna say about that much clearance, just barely. And there was no way I was gonna do that and go around town, because I would just rip that front lip off. So I'm not looking to rip it off. So that's too low. So I raised it to about 5.5. So now I have a lot more clearance. So, and that definitely clear speed bumps and other things. So, yeah. And then I took a look at the car at a nice distance from the back, and I got a little bit of camber in the back. So that is great. So not too much camber, just a little. So yeah, it came out pretty good. It sits where it's supposed to, and took it over speed bumps and potholes, and took corners really hard to see if it'd kick out, or if I got body roll. Nope, it's good. So I'm gonna give these 4 weeks and then see how much it settles, and then go from there. But no, I'm pretty happy with it. So the car sits a lot more level. So yeah, that just had to be done, and I was putting it off, and good thing I put it off for a good reason, because I knew those fronts would be a pain in the ass, because I had to break those bolts loose. So yeah, it took a long time, and Miss Attitude JDM even helped me. So what I'd use for breaker bar was this giant pole, and then I stuck my wrench in there and then just to try to bust it loose. So I had to do it little by little in order to make it happen. So yeah, this thing came in handy, so I'm glad I had that. But it even came to a point where surprisingly enough, I didn't have anything to fit on the end bolt to that big rod that goes through the top. So I was running out of tools to use, and then I remembered I had this in the car. This is the factory oh, my mind is crap today. The factory lug nut thing to take off the lug nuts. Well, I decided to try to use this to see if it's the same size, and go figure, that was the same size for the bolt at the top, and it was just short enough to where I could get it in there and then get that pole on here. So get the pole on here and then slowly pop it loose. So this came in a lot handy, so I'm really glad I had this in the car and decided to use it. If I didn't have this, I probably would have had to go and put the original suspension back on, because there's no way I would have been able to. So yeah, so that was a blessing. So, but anyway, glad that's done and over with. So yeah, I used every tool manageable in my toolbox to try to get those bolts loose. So, but it's finally done and over with, and this is the suspension, the original suspension out of the Miata. So, as you can see, these do not look very good. And these were the fronts, so you can see that these are just, they're shot. So it's probably a good thing I got them switched over anyway. So yeah, they're worse than what I thought they were. I didn't want to really look at them in the first place, but yeah, they're all rusted down here at the bottom. So, and then these are the rears, and I was looking at these, and they say XLG KYB gas shock absorber. If any of you know what brand this is, throw down in the comments. They're a good brand. I don't know if these are the ones that came with the car, or these were replacements from the very first owner back in California. But if you know of these brand, like I said, throw down in the comments if they're a good brand or not. So, and they look like they're newer, so that would probably make more sense why the fronts were shot and not the rears, because the rears was probably replaced and not the fronts. And the guy I bought it from even said that the fronts were shot. So I already beat them to the punch when I had looked at the car, because I was going to get it. So I beat them to the punch and already ordered them. So, but it looks a lot better. We'll find out if it stacks up to what I'm used to using, but they seem like they're pretty good quality. I've heard bad things about them, but I'm gonna give them a try. So, but as long as the car looks more level and not like front nose down in the ground, That's all I care. I'm not looking to slam it, just looking to make it level and ride a lot better. So I think that's pretty much it. That's all I've been working on, really. So I did forget to try to get that dent out because I was in a hurry to get the suspension put together. So one of these days I'll get that dent out. It's just behind a plastic covering for the fender well. So you just pull the plastic covering away, and then it shows the back side of the fender. So I won't have to do too much banging to get it out, but yeah. And if you're wondering if I'm putting side skirts on here, no, I'm leaving it the way it is with just the front lip and then the rear lip. So but glad I did that, like I said. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Throw in the comments what you thought of the video. Don't forget to share. And I will keep you updated on the new suspension. So until next time,